What is up, guys? We're back to work on Jacob's Subaru with the 2JZ. 2JZ, no shit. We're going to be finishing up the cage that we were starting in the last video, finishing welding the rear strut towers, working on the brake lines, and working on mounting the fuel cell in the rear. So we're going to start off on the brake line stuff, and then we'll move on to some other stuff.
Matt!
What?
What's the sideways fab fun fact of the day?
You tell me.
Alright. I gotta think of something. Sideways fab fun fact of the day. Matt once tied a tree to his car to straighten out the rear frame because he smashed the shit out of it.
I did. That was a good time. I don't have a video of that because I didn't really care about video back then, but I plowed it into a wall. Like, I spun out into a wall that I was trying to wall tap, so it just fucked the rear of my car, so I just hooked it to a tree and yanked it a couple times, and it was good. Alright, so now that we got this bulkhead down here, I cut this little piece of line a little bit long. So we're going to start bending it, then we're going to take these pieces. Oh, that was backwards. Don't want to do it backwards, but take these pieces, and then we can flare the end, and these will thread right in. So we'll start by just bending this guy. And we're using such a small amount of line that it doesn't really matter if you mess up. You can take as many tries as you want until it's perfect enough for you. And I wish I could help you, but I really don't have any good bend strategies or anything. Then, boom, we can flare the bottom, and then we can finish up the top. Alright, so I got it trimmed down to where I need it. Got it mounted up in my Master Cool, super awesome little flaring tool thing. Super great. You should definitely get one if you flare more than 2 brake lines a year, because it's the best thing I've ever bought. Show you how easy it is. Tighten that. Go bop, 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 bop. About right there. Loosen that. And these are the 37-degree inverted flare attachments I'm using right now. And I bought this on eBay. Maybe I bought it on Amazon, I don't know, but I'll post a link for it below. And then I bought one kit from one place, and then I had to buy the 37-degree fitting separately. And I bought those to do stuff like this, and fuel lines, and all that stuff. So you should probably buy both if you're going to do AN brake lines or fuel lines or anything with AN fittings. Air ride hard lines you could do with these. And boom. It's Let's see if it'll focus. No. Okay, whatever. But perfect flare, super easy, low effort. Now let's see if she fits. May need a little bit of tweaking here and there, but that is to be expected. One thing I am particular about is I like these lines to be sort of straight and like geometrical as possible. Everything parallel where it can be, and it just makes for an overall cleaner install. And there it is. Very simple. Basically nothing. It's basically nothing, but you know, everything takes time. And then now that that's done, we can go inside and start doing the stuff in there. Alright, so I got this bar just tacked in place now. If you see down here, these are CNC cut pieces and folded on that edge and that edge. And then it'll get welded all down that seam and on the bottom and stuff. And the reason I did that was because it just kind of gives it a cleaner look being folded and not welded, and it's also stronger. And then I got this bar tacked in, and that is the rear strut. And then I got one more ready to tack in place, but I'm just leaving it out to make it easier to get in and out of the car for now. So once I do what I need to do, then I will finish welding that up and work on the X-brace. And this here is what the somewhat finished product is going to be. Basically ground down all the welds so that everything smooths nicely. Minimal body filler. I still need to grind these edges, which are going to be a bit of a bitch. And then I made this piece, which sits right in there, and it gives him an access for his fuel filler neck, which is going to be coming from the fuel cell right in here, coming up, and boom, and it'll give a nice sealing surface to keep the tire smoke out of the car, assuming there's going to be tire smoke, because there should be tire smoke in all cars. But yeah, it'll look pretty dope, I think. Just a little CNC cut piece and a little bit of exhaust tubing, and ground down the welds to make it all look pretty and clean like all of it, and then just weld that in place. On a side note, we got Ty in here detailing my truck, just the outside, doing a very kind of minor polish, not like going super crazy because my truck is like kind of trashed, but it looks way better than it did before. So that's going on, and then welding up a couple more pieces on this guy. So I decided to add these gussets, which are kind of similar to the factory ones that went from here up, but they add a little bit of triangulation there, which will definitely help support it. And gonna weld it in all the way around just like that one. And then I also added this gusset here just to kind of fill in that and make it look a little bit more solid and technically add a little bit of rigidity, but who's to really say? So a little bit more welding and we are good to go. And also stay tuned for the video on the LS swap in the R32 Skyline. Everything is finished up. Everything's all welded. Got the gussets on both sides. Got everything back together. Added that little gusset there in the center of the main hoop, and then we washed it off real quick because it was all dirty. And it's on my trailer, heading home for Jacob to finish up. And that is all that I'm doing to the Subaru for now. Be sure to follow, and we will be getting back to it eventually. But for now, we're going to be working on the LS Swap R32, and then you guys better be excited because I'm working on the Porsche. Going to be doing the roll cage, and I know you guys have been waiting for that. So, thanks for watching.